The Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the Big 12, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. Speeding down the left side. The 20, the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Number 12.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
UCF.
The kickoff unit about to go to work. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're getting this guy lathered up.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Knights line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again. And he breaks into the open. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Moore. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the Wolverines will have a first down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
Ball carried by the running back. Picks up 4. 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. The short hands. It's Morgan. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Number 12.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marshall. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The give is to Smith. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The toss to the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Hand off from the shotgun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Hayward. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Motion from the offense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Twist his way through. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
UCF. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 13, UCF 0.
The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're going to ride this running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Knights are flying down the field.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
Nothing but green ahead. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The offense trying to find a way on fourth and goal from the 2. Running back goes in motion. Brown wants to pass. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. Fourth down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Minds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
UCF 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console.
And he's running in the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the right. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Man, Nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And it's no good. He missed it. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, looking to throw. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Give to the running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Brown wants to pass. Escapes trouble. Looking for a big play. And he's got it inside the 35. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's Marshall. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he got loose. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
The give to the tailback. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. And the Wolverines get enough for the 1st down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Got room at the 35. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They get him down, top run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Michigan 23, UCF 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
It's caught downfield. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last year, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
23.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. A little release to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
A little less room to work with now as the ball is at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. The quick out. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Knights with the 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick handoff. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. The Knights want to crank the tempo. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Get set, get set.
Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 4. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
It moves to 2nd down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? The give, and tick, 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 tick. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Fast motion from the offense. Lets it go. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that. We just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here.
He's got it down the right side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the score, they need this two-point conversion to tie. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The snap sets up to throw. Skips away from pressure. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
That keeps the score. UCF 31.
Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Looking for a productive play on first down. The quarterback takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game